happens that our company had one of these extremely rich gentlemen come in from overseas. In fact, he was so rich, even the Saudi Arabians thought he was rich. And he wanted to do some business with our company. Oh, boy, you know how that went over. So they assigned this gentleman to Bill. Well, Bill gave him the treatment. I mean, he took him everywhere. He showed him what we could do for him, all our product lines. And this guy was tickled to death. But after they made their deal, the gentleman started to leave. And he said, I want to buy you a present. Bill said, oh, no. No, we can't do that. And the company won't allow it. The fellow said, I want to get you a little something. Rather insistent. And Bill suddenly realized that the country that this gentleman was from, if you refused the gift, was tantamount to an insult. So he said, okay, I do need a new golf club. So I said, that's fine. That's fine. So as he started out, he thought to himself, one golf club, that isn't very much. I'll get him 3. So he went on his way. Bill forgot about it. But about 2 weeks later, here come a man in the door with Bill's 3 golf clubs. He had the deed to Pebble Beach, he had the deed to Augusta, and River Oaks Country Club. Maybe that's why we haven't seen much of Bill lately. I don't know. But now, I want to tell you about Texaco and how we came to be what we are. But first, I want to make a point. 2 points, really. First point is, everything changes. Nothing ever stays the same. Well, that's why we're all here tonight, right? We're going to program tomorrow. Point number 2, some things never change. They always stay the same, first, last, and always. Now, if that sounds a little bit like a paradox to you, don't let it bother you too much. Texaco changes every day, all day. Changes for the better, always working up. We're learning, we're getting better. We're always reaching for that one special stuff. But the heart and soul of Texaco never changes. Never changes. Well, now, I want to tell you about some other things in our company, too. In the beginning, Joe Cullinan started Texaco. Well, he more or less created it. In 1897, I believe it was, Joe Cullinan at that time, who was a hustling individual with Standard of Pennsylvania, came to Corsicana, Texas, looking for oil. Boy, that was one smart move. He founded the J.S. Cullinan and Company. And now the members of that company were some of the principals in Standard Oil Company. That's one of those Eastern outfits. You may or may not have heard of it. I don't know. By March the 28th of 1901, he was able, in partnership with Arnold Slate, to shake free of Standard. And on that day, he founded the Texas Fuel Company. Now, meanwhile, something was happening over in southeast Texas. Now, let's take a listen to what Joe and Arnold are going to tell us.
Nobody sees it but me, but I see it plain. The oil industry is going to be a Texas industry for most of this century, and one company is going to show the world.
Well, no kidding. Including Standard Oil, your old outfit, the one that taught you everything you know about the oil business?
Arnold, of course, including Standard Oil, but get it right. They taught me all they know, not all I know. Besides, we're going to show the world what a quality, integrated oil company is. We'll find it, refine it,
and send out the news that Southland gave birth to the...
Arnold, wrong song, but never mind. Like I said, we'll find it, refine it, and we'll market it for every use that there is for oil, and we'll invent new uses. But that's going to take some money.
Money, that is my providence, my dear Joey. I'll get the money, sonny. You get the oil.
Did they have humor, those early pioneers? Well, our company history book here doesn't say. But what it does say, that on the 7th of April, 1902, the charter of the Texas Company was founded. We had a bunch of new wells down at Sour Lake. Lots of companies went busted. We didn't. Then in 1908, I believe it was, one of our Texas asphalt salesmen, who, out of St. Louis, he was going along selling it, and he started using the name Texaco as a product name because he'd once seen it on a cablegram. Well, that name quickly became synonymous with quality, and it has never been anything else. And I was there. You know who I am. Now, I saw the emphasis shift from kerosene to gasoline. I saw, instead of lighting up the dark to igniting the spark, I saw the first Texaco filling station built. And it wasn't in Houston. In fact, it wasn't in Texas at all. Who would have believed? Well, I always believed. And you know who I am.
Look where we are, our Texaco store on Brooklyn, New York, sheds lights. Automobiles with hard rubber wheels are making our future bright. Farewell to lamps, the gas station ramps are pointing out the way ahead. And whether the lights are green or red, we're pumping gas like champs. Come America, let's go down the road with Texaco. We'll be smoothly shifting gears all through the many happy years. East and west and south and north, we can now adventure forth. We can go as far as we want to go, all the way with Texaco. Come America, let's go down the road with Texaco. We'll be smoothly shifting gears all through the many happy years. East and west and south and north, we can now adventure forth. We can go as far as we want to go, all the way with Texaco. All the way with Texaco.
And you know who I am. Yeah, and I'm still here. And you can bet that I'll always be here. Now, the period between the wars was one of worldwide expansion for Texaco. Fantastic growth and tremendous technological development. And then, as now, our watchword was quality.
Imagine introducing Fire Chief gasoline at the bottom of the Depression.
Well, you hope it's the bottom of the Depression. Besides, when else are they going to introduce it? They invented it. They're going to sell it.
Selling pretty good.
Selling real good. What do you... Oh, a car.
Fill her up, sir? Yes, sir. Check your oil? Be a pleasure. How's that tire pressure, you say? We'll check it for you. Say, that windshield looks a mite dirty. I'll take care of that. Road map of Illinois? Have it for you in a jiffy. Nice weather we're having, huh? Here you go. No charge. Here's the change. Thank you. Come again. Good customer.
And that customer paid. And that customer paid for that tank full of gas with 3 $1 bills, and he waited for his change. Do you remember 18-cent a gallon gasoline? I doubt if you do, but I do. I remember it very well, because those were the days. But time goes by. And time went by. And suddenly, our boys were changing their uniforms. Changing our uniforms.
Well, just a minute. Jeez, we're not quite ready yet here. I never saw this before in my life. I thought Reveille came later. There we go. Fine, stop it.
The company enlisted, so I did too.
Yeah, me too. Out of one uniform and into another.
Yeah, the company always answers the call.
Hey, all of Texaco's tankers are in the war effort.
Yeah, Texaco's in there helping to build a big inch and a little inch.
Hey, ain't an inch an inch?
Beats me. But it gets the gasoline and oil to where they're needed.
Yeah, but it seems funny, though. Shell and Texaco together, I don't like it.
It's no different than the good old U.S. of A. in partners with, Russians. But whatever works, I guess. But we always take the lead, right? Right now, I hear a bugle calling my name. Well, hello, lady.
We were a service company already on the ball. When our country summoned, we answered the call. We weren't the kind of folks who flinch. So when they need a big inch and a little inch too, they only had to ask. We were up to that. We were marching to a bugle blowing red, white, and blue.
I don't know about the rest of you, but boy, that sure brings back memories for me. As I said, I'm an old codger, you know. And as I also said before, those were the days when every American was for America. We didn't think it remarkable that our country served, our company rather served our country. All of our young people went off to be in the service. But I have to tell you some other things that happened along in the 30s and 40s that had nothing at all to do with the war. And that's radio.
All-time favorites, Amos and Andy. Tonight you're about to hear another episode in a baffling mystery. Secret Mission. The Columbia Broadcasting System and its affiliated stations present Orson Welles and the Mercury Theater on the Air in The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. Welcome to Melody Ranch with Gene Autry. I'm back in the saddle again. Roaring rockets blast off the distant planets and far-flung stars. We take you to the age of the conquest of space with Tom Corbett. Space Cadet.
Radio helped America's spirits up during the Depression. Ed Wynn was known as the perfect fool. But as Texaco's first ad man, he was not everything but a fool. And we had other popular voices, too. Appropriate to the times, of course. Remember Uncle Milty? He was Mr. Television in his day. Well, he was Mr. Television for Texaco.
Oh, we're the men of Texaco. We work from Maine to Mexico. There's nothing like the Texaco of ours. Our show tonight is powerful. We'll wow you with an hour full of howls from a shower full of stars. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing America's #1 television star, Milton Berle.
like this, huh? You've heard of Daniel Boone? I'm his brother, Effie Boone. Thank you. Not too much applause. I'm the star.
Doctor, it's a pleasure to have you here on Texaco. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, the doctor doesn't speak one word of English. Do you, Doctor?
Not one word.
Yeah, right.
A mile of new miles you will add. Fire sheets, fill up with fire sheets. You'll find that Texaco's the finest friend your car has ever had.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you've enjoyed the show.
For over 40 years, Texaco has been bringing the opera to millions of people who can't get to the opera. Texaco's Metropolitan Opera radio broadcast, the longest-running sponsored program in radio history.
Can you drive that well?
Texaco is privileged to have been your ticket to the opera for over 40 years. Sing on.
Yet perhaps the best loved of all the voices of Texaco are those in the Metropolitan Opera. The world's greatest voices have sung for Texaco, or rather, they've sung for America with the compliments of Texaco. Texaco's Metropolitan Opera broadcasts are the longest commercial sponsorship of an artistic enterprise in the history of broadcasting.
I love those Metropolitan Opera broadcasts. But I gotta tell you something. The company is missing a bet here.
How's that?
Well, I mean, hour after hour of that beautiful singing, and not one plug for Texaco.
I see what you mean. Like all these soldiers sitting around, right? And
thousands.
Well, sure. And while they're singing about the immortal glory of their forefathers, you'd think they could just throw in a word for Texaco every once in a while, huh?
Yep.
Well, you know.
Or when that clown is getting ready to do his real funny number, you think he could put in a word or two about the company that's footing the bill.
Rigoletto, right?
What else? The opportunities is endless. The Toreador song from Carmen.
Well, you know, I guess you can see why that doesn't really happen on our programs. Still, you'd think maybe a little red star on the shoulder of Captain Pinkerton's blouse in Madame Butterfly might... No, that's not the company way. You do something, you do it right. Now, that's been quality. That's been Texaco's policy from the beginning. I know. I've been here all along. We search for oil virtually everywhere. Now, we have ongoing production from Texas to Indonesia, the Arctic, down to the tropics. And our retail operations cover much of the civilized world. Refineries, research laboratories, pipelines. Texaco is everything and everywhere. Now, you've heard the expression, men of the world. Well, we are men of the world, Americans, first, last, and always, of course. But we do have to know where a handshake is considered bad manners, where a wink is absolutely taboo, and where it's bad manners to show the sole of your shoe. And also, where a smile can get you beheaded. You know, all good things like that there. Yeah, we have gone exploring in very strange places, which brings us around now to California.
Hey, great assignment, Charlie.
None better.
Yeah, but it looks like somebody beat us to it.
An incredible deposit of fossil fuels.
Yeah, right there in all these little and neat restaurants there.
Yes, where you wouldn't expect to find an incredible deposit.
Yeah, but still, there it was.
We did find it.
Yeah, right there in the middle of Los Angeles, California.
On Russia Boulevard, I doubt not.
Well, sure.
Yes. And it come to find out, we weren't the first. It already had a name, the La Brea Tar Pits. Not on La Brea Avenue, oddly enough, but we are explorers after all, and we came looking for petroleum. And we did find it. What do you think they'll give us?
Early retirement.
I guess you could call that little episode something of an exaggeration. The truth is, we do cover the world, and we have found oil virtually everywhere we went, including California, but not out on Wilshire Boulevard. But I'm telling you things that you already know, and therein lies the foundation stone of boredom. Even so, I'll risk telling you something else you already know, about another wondrous place where we've been for a long, long time, and we always have big fun.
Texaco, on the go, me oh my oh. Don't we know about that show on the bayou? Neath the grass, we find gas, me oh my oh. Son of a gun, look what we've done on the bayou. Oh, jambalaya and a crawfish fry and a filet gumbo. We've been learning how to talk that mumbo jumbo. This ain't Texas, New York, or Ohio. Son of a gun, we feel at home on the bayou. Son of a gun, we feel at home on the bayou.
They sure funny, eh, Gaston?
Sure they are, Jean-Pierre.
Why do you think the good Lord make all those funny people, Gaston?
For to keep us entertained, Jean-Pierre.
For sure. Well, they find the oil in the ground, and they're glad they find it. But they don't like it is, so they refine it.
Have you ever been refined, Jean-Pierre?
No one ever called me that, Gaston.
Nobody ever will either.
Female woman tried once.
So they get the oil like they like it, then they ship it out. Why do you think they do that, Jean-Pierre?
Don't know, Gaston. Seems to me like if you catch a whole bunch of crawfish, the last thing you want to do with them is ship them out. Seems like. But still, they happy. The good Lord knows they sound happy. Say, Gaston, let us get us some crawfish, too.
Will I like it?
I guarantee.
Texaco, on the go, me oh my oh. Don't we know about that show on the bayou? Neath the grass, we find gas, me oh my oh. Son of a gun, look what we've done on the bayou. Oh, jambalaya and a crawfish fry and a filet gumbo. We've been learning how to talk that mumbo jumbo. This ain't Texas, New York, or Ohio. Son of a gun, we feel at home on the bayou. Son of a gun, we feel at home on the bayou.
Big fun. Big profits, too, on the bayou. There's positively nothing about that Cajun country that I don't like. From jambalaya to the bottom line. And I know, because I've been there. And I've seen it all. Well, not all. You know what the old man said when the fellow asked him if he lived here all his life? And he says, "Not yet, sonny." Well, so no, I haven't seen it all yet. Just all there is up to now. And I have learned one thing out of all my life with Texaco. The restroom is not unimportant. Now, there has been many a carload of squalling brats I'm sorry, ma'am, lively little ones, that has pulled into a Texaco station just because they know they're going to find a clean restroom. And, well, while that driver's there, he just might fill up with Texaco gasoline, and he might wander over into our convenience stores to buy some grub and a little something for those lively little ones that we have. Now, mind you, we don't care if he doesn't spend a dime, just as long as he's happy.
So it doesn't matter if they spend a penny as long as they're happy.
Bite your tongue! Of course it matters if they don't spend a penny. We just never let on, but it matters.
Another thing I forget, does the roll unroll over the top or under the bottom?
Golly, fella, didn't they teach you anything before they turned you loose on the public?
Oh.
Everybody knows that the paper unrolls over the top. Ask Ann Landers. Ask Dear Abby. Ask Gene McGraw.
Hey, Gene, Gene?
Not now!
Okay, over the top. I'll try not to forget again. Over the top.
The mystery shoppers get real upset when something's not done right. Hang your toilet paper wrong and you might as well have your sign upside down. Over the top, right?
Over the top it is. Get that wrong and you might as well have a low-fat chopped liver yogurt when the special of the day is hummingbird tongue quiche.
What?
You've seen this, I know. 4 stations at an intersection. Now, you're headed north. The Texaco station is back there on the southwest corner. Now, which station does Herman Q. Motorist pull into? Well, if he exits, if he crosses over, and he comes back and drives into the Texaco station, we have done our job. But if he exits and pulls into the first handy station that's got a low-priced gas, well, there's always early retirement. Anyhow, you come to realize just how much hangs on that roll of toilet paper. Well, we're moving on towards the present day, today. And I haven't said a word about the turbulent times that the petroleum industry's been having, and some of the discomfort that Texaco in particular has had to live through. But if you don't know about that, I just have to wonder how you found your way in here tonight. If there's one thing that we never hear these days at Texaco is, no, well, that's not from anybody that's ever still on the payroll anyhow. That's the way we've always done things. Well, it may be all right for the other guys to say that's the way they've always done things, but not at Texaco. The point is, guys, and you two ladies, the point is Texaco doesn't do much looking back. Texaco looks forward. It always has, and it always will. And that's how come there's been a Texaco all this time, huh? That's why there's a new star now. I know, because I have been here every step of the way. And you know who I am.
way. We're helping you to be the best that you can be. We're giving you the power, power to perform. System 3 from Texaco, taking the country by storm. We promise you the product that will put you in the lead. We're always there to see that you've got everything you need. So we're giving you the power. The power of System 3. The power of System 3. We're giving you the power, power to perform. System 3 from Texaco, taking the country by storm. We promise you the product that will put you in the lead. We're always there to see that you've got everything you need. So we're giving you the power. The power of System 3. The power of System 3. Power.
That is one great group. Where's the time gone? It seems like only yesterday that I met Joe and Arnold, and we found a Texaco station growing in Brooklyn, of all places, that our company and our people served our country in 2 world wars, and they boogied with the times. That we began the sponsorship of some of the funniest and some of the most beautiful voices in America. That we spread out to make friends all over the world, including, of course, California. And not less importantly, of course, Louisiana. And it is only moments ago, as we measure our history, that we introduced System 2000 and System 3. Only a moment ago. But we stand where we have always stood, right? Facing forward. Forward. And the best years are where they've always been, right? Straight ahead. I know, of course, because I've been there every step of the way.
It started with a plan, a dream of what could be. Somehow we found the courage to claim our destiny. We knew the road ahead was long and full of doubts, but we knew if we got the chance, we could work things out. We've seen the good times and the bad, but we knew we'd make it through. We gave it everything we had, and that's the way we grew. Hey, look at us now. We've come a long, long way. It took a lot of hard work to get here, and we're here to stay. We're building for the future, sharing a dream that's starting on the go. Hey, look at us now. We're the spirit of
We've got the team behind us to make us number one. Giving it our best each and every day. Working hard together. That's the Texaco way. We keep on growing stronger because we do things right. Looking down the road ahead, our star is shining bright. Hey, look at us now. We've come a long, long way. It took a lot of hard work to get here, and we're here to stay. Hey, look at us now. We're building for the future. It took a lot of hard work to get here, and we're here to stay. Hey, look at us now. We're building for the future, sharing the dreams that started long ago. Hey, look at us now. We're the spirit of Texaco.